Hey guys, hey, what's up? Hey, this is G for T, on the ground, Southern California. Wanted to give you guys a real quick report on the economy as regards to unemployment. CNN Money came out with a great article called 7.9 million jobs lost. So we've lost 7.9 million jobs since the beginning of this recession in 2008. And what the mainstream media is starting to realize, I think all of us are starting to realize, most of these jobs will never come back. I mean, if you look at California, high construction state, Florida, high construction state, a lot of new home building, commercial building, well, those jobs aren't there anymore. So right now we have a huge dislocation in the economy. There's a huge amount of unemployed construction workers, mortgage bankers, real estate, anybody dealing with real estate here in California and Florida that basically need to figure out what they're going to do with the second part of their lives. I have people on the ground in California that have been on unemployment for a year, 2 years. You know, they're eking out a living, and they haven't made the adjustments necessary to enter the new phase of life, the new phase of self-austerity. No, they still have the car payments. They've still been paying the $1,400, $1,500 a month rent. They still got the credit cards. They still got the toys, and they've been living life in a way that hasn't adjusted to their newfound life. So on the ground here in Southern California, I'm talking to people that are panicking, literally panicking, and they're like, okay, now I'm going to go get a job. What's going to happen when these millions of Americans start going in the job market and they're just faced with that brick wall where they're not going to be able to get a job? I mean, I've been talking to people that have had jobs 20, 25 years consistently. Now, all of a sudden, you know, they're out of work and their wives are pushing them to get out in the job market, and there's nothing there. One or two things are going to happen. These people are either going to be pushed into a severe form of depression, and across this country we're not only going to have it, I mean, they call it depression a depression for a reason. The psychosis of the nation, the psychology of the nation enters into a depression, and that is going to happen to a majority of the populace that cannot adjust to this economic reality. You're not going to be, you know, after 20 or 30 years of being an employee, you're not all of a sudden going to be knocking on doors figuring out how to start a small business for 1/4 of the money. So that's the new reality is, you know, if you are working, you've taken a pay cut, you've taken a salary cut. If you've been laid off and you've been able to find a new job, many times the jobs you're finding are at 50% pay cuts. So, you know, if you take out the census workers, we're looking at 100,000 new jobs are being created in this economy per month since the beginning of the year. That still leaves us 8 million in the hole. I mean, even the rosiest of pictures are showing a high level of unemployment for this country for years to come. That's the new reality for America, is an unemployed America. Here's a quote from the Economic Cycle Research Institute. We've entered an era where the U.S. will see more frequent recessions than they are used to. If you've been employed in a job and now you are getting your unemployment insurance cut, you're looking for work, you need to understand you may not get a job that pays more than 50% of your previous income. So right now there's a huge adjustment process that needs to happen in Americans' minds, is we need to think on a local basis, just like what Gerald Celente said in Melta. Everything's going to be local, everything's going to be quality, everything's going to be cutting out the middleman. And those are the only people that are going to be able to survive, are the people that are going to be able to hit the streets running, knocking on doors, starting small businesses, and servicing clients. And to the best of their ability, cutting all the red tape that goes with a so-called corporate job. So right now in California, I mean, home building across the country, we've lost 1 million jobs in 2008. The auto industry and manufacturing, we lost 300,000. In finance and real estate, we've lost 500,000. So there's huge dislocation in the employment structure of the United States. There's a bunch of people in Michigan that shouldn't be in Michigan. There's a bunch of people in California and Florida in the construction industry and the finance industry that have nothing to do. They don't know where to go. And the question is the Midwest states, some of the states that have lower unemployment, you know, Seattle, cities like Seattle, can they really absorb all these people that are dislocated from the economy? So right now, Obama, with his $787 billion stimulus program, they're calling this the summer of recovery. I'm going to call this the summer of gloom, doom, and boom, as Mark Faber says. You know, we're seeing some businesses start to hire in Southern California, but they're not the high-paying jobs. They're the pizza chains, you know, hiring the sub workers, you know, and if you are able to get a job, it's at a vastly reduced salary than what you've been used to, because, you know, the job market out there is just filled with thousands, if not millions, of applicants, and you know that's what's happening. The wages are coming down. As you can tell from the images in this video, it's not a rosy picture. The middle class is going to the lower class. The lower class, they're hitting the streets hard. And as you can see it in the video pictures and the video that I have here, you know, it's right here, right before your eyes. So take care, G for T, inflation.us. Hey guys, if you haven't signed up for inflation.us, click on the link below the video and sign up for me. Some great updates, and expect to receive some great updates. Take care, peace out.